Hi everyone, I'm Hoodie Angel Brandon, and welcome back to the Hall of Forms. We are here today to build up another Forma. We have a stellar lineup this time around, featuring 3 Houses Brave units. 4 of them. Not a lot of variety, there's no seasonal units or easily mergeable Grail units or anything, but that's fine because the quality of this lineup is just stellar. And I would imagine a lot of people are using at least one Forma on this, if not multiple, so very great lineup. But for us, we are here for our brave King Dimitri, who is awesome, looks stellar. As I recall, he was my free pick for that CYL. And then I've gotten a few copies since then, and now that he's in the 4-star special pool, I think that this might be the version of Dimitri I go for as an eventual plus 10. He is fantastic with his weapon refine. He has his great B skill, Blue Lion's Rule, and that gives him a lot of potential to be a non-save reliant tank, and I think it would be great to add him to my team. I definitely have wanted to get at least one plus 10 Dimitri because he is my favorite of the 3 Houses Lords, although Claude is a very close second. He is also very cool. But because Dimitri is one of my favorite 3 Houses characters, it just feels right that we eventually get him plus 10. And this is a good way to add a merge to the pile while also getting him all the premium stuff that he would need as a plus 10 unit, and overhaul his kit a little, since the inheritable skills on his base kit aren't really the best. And when we use the Forma on him, he will also get those fancy shiny blue stars, which is just very fitting for the Azure King. And yeah, so we're gonna go through just like we did for Bridal Fjorm and try and get Dimitri all maxed out. But he is not alone. We also have Claude, who is also great. I would honestly probably be using a soul on him too if I didn't have my plus 10 Summer Claude. And then there's also Edelgard, who is still holding up quite well. And then there's Lysithea, who gets access to the new Special Spiral 4, which was added in this Hall of Forms. So I'd imagine she will also be very popular. Really no bad option here, but we are going to focus on our boy Dimitri and just go through and try and build him up. So just like with Fjorm, we're going to go through mostly focusing on Dimitri. We will build the other units up at least a little bit though, to help Dimitri in cases where he's struggling. But these units are also a good deal stronger than some of the other Hall of Forms units. I've heard a lot of people didn't struggle even just soloing with one unit, so maybe Dimitri can just carry everything on his own. Look at that, he's already getting really good stats across the board. He probably could just cover all of these guys, but it doesn't hurt to get the other units at least some experience to help carry things along. Give them a little attention, show them a little love as well. But yes, I've especially heard Dimitri is good for light season, which is where I did used to run him before I got save tanks. But now that Embla is around and makes save tanks a bit less omnipresent for that particular season, having Dimitri rebuilt and as a fallback for light season seems like a very good idea. So definitely want to overhaul his kit, get him up and running, because Embla gives my Hector Iden core headaches. But there we go, first stage cleared, and hopefully we get some great skills for Dimitri. Also got those orbs, which we desperately need. The Divine Code's also cool. Oh, there we go, first bite, everything that he could want. Grants Def Res, +5 to unit and allies within 2 spaces after attacking. Very, very dated seasonal weapon. We got Rally Speed Def. Sturdy Stance 3, not terrible. We do want to get a lot of defense stacking skills for him, because if I recall correctly, his Pref and Blue Lion's Rule both scale off defense, so he does need a lot of defense stacking. Another option is to stack speed. That's more for high investment Dimitris, although since he might eventually be a long-term plus 10 merge project, that speed stacking route is technically viable. Unfortunately, we don't have a speed def finish yet, so we can't go for that. That would probably be the optimal A slot because it would cover his defense and also speed if we want to stack that in the future. But there are some other good A slots. Sturdy Stance isn't terrible for now, but it's definitely not the skill that we want to carry through with him to the end. He also could get Chill Def Res, which it's not terrible, but he's not going to ever take that over Blue Lion's Rule. And there are some better options to take in the B slot than this. So not going to take that. And then Joint Drive Attack. For whatever reason, I always think that he has Joint Drive Attack in his base kit, but it's actually like Joint Hone Attack, I think. I don't know why, but for whatever reason, Dimitri, I always think he has Joint Drive, not Joint Hone. But for this, we're just going to take Sturdy Stance 3. Again, not stellar, but a decent enough placeholder because it does give that defense. Extra attack doesn't hurt, but there are better options down the line. And the guard effect is also helpful, for sure. So we're just going to have us repeat the same thing, get him in there. For his B slot, we might take something like a Bulwark skill that he probably won't use most of the time, but it might come in handy on some like Abyssal Long in the future or something. But for his weapon, I'm probably just going to stick with his Pref when it pops up. You can't get the Arcane weapon here because Alfred isn't in the units that can be pulled up. So I don't think there's any other lance that really even remotely competes with his actual Pref weapon. So for that, we'll probably just stick to the base stuff, even though we could get something fancy and seasonal for him. That is a little disappointing, Claude, but it's okay. We'll get you next time. Get you better stats next time. Alright, second skill. Also more Dragon Flowers, which are nice. Ooh, Rider's Bane, just what I wanted. Rally Up Speed isn't terrible. Yeah, I could see that being okay. That or like maybe like Harsh Command for the assist, though the assist doesn't matter as much on him. That's not a bad premium option. Attack Speed Solo 4, a little Speed Def, Speed Res Gap, and Mystic Boost. Yeah, I think we'll just take Rally Up Speed. That's a very easy premium pickup there that isn't really competing with any of these other skills, so might as well grab it here while there's nothing better to grab. Could definitely be used to move into position, rally someone, and boost their speed and then have him tank or something after that. Could be useful. Alright, here we go. Sword Cav. Attacks into Dimitri. Bam. Hits back. He would have done 88 damage there. Pretty amazing for a barely built up Dimitri. Now we just have to go nuts taking out all these guys. Get them out of here. Clear them out. Alright, up to level 16. Man, 39 attack on level 16 is just hilarious. Remember when units were like hitting like 40, 45-ish at 40 with their weapon equipped? Dimitri now doesn't even have his Pref and is hitting around that level at less than half built. Ooh, Rally Up Attack might be a little more helpful than Rally Up Speed, because you could use that to break through some bulky units at the end of a Aether Raid session or something. Might like that a little bit more, but we'll see what else we got. Swift Stance 3, it's okay. Blue Lion Rule. Again, we might want to look for like Speed Def Bulwark or something like that instead. So, as silly as it is, I think I kind of like rally up attack more than rally up speed. We'll grab that. Just might help break through some super tanky units at the end of an AR lineup. All right, let's reignite that torch and get back in here. Yeah, really just looking for defense boosting stuff. Speed boosting stuff isn't bad either. Like, I've seen some people discuss what kind of things he wants Knight, so I have a vague idea of a build for him, but of course with Hall of Forms, part of that is just luck of the draw, and so we must rally up luck and get in there. Oh, Corn Boy, no! This is a bad idea, don't do it! Don't do it! Oh no, Corrin, you are dead, I'm sorry. Speaking of Corrin, the last Hall of Forms was actually Fallen Corrin, and I almost built him, I almost redeemed his soul on him. I got him with a very good looking build, but then we had this Dimitri come up, and I do have the souls I could have grabbed both, but I just decided to grab Dimitri. I wasn't like super in love with the Corrin build, even though it was like good. So I might like wait and hope that Corrin gets rerun and I can pick up the Fallen Corrin then. But for now I decided like I'd rather just save my souls, but I did almost get the Fallen Corrin. Fallen Corrin also isn't my favorite Corrin alt. He just makes me sad looking at him. He's just very, very, very sad Corrin. I want my Corrin to be happy. I don't want him to be sad and depressed. Oh, there we go. There's the Tannin Boom. There we could get him that Christmas tree I was talking about. Not really the best option. Distant Stance would be funny, but he has Distant Counter in his Lance already, so it doesn't need that. Attack Res Menace. A Menace skill wouldn't be bad, though I think he'd rather have a Smoke skill in C. Also, he'd want Attack Def, not Attack Res Menace, but Menace isn't a bad pick still. Honestly, none of these are great at the moment. We'll take Attack Res Menace because it still does give him that attack boost, but it's definitely something we want to swap out later down the line. Oh, geez. Oh, geez. Those two mages did quite a number on him. It's important to remember he's kind of frail without those pref skills. But I didn't think that Sophia, of all characters, would hit him for 8 damage. That's a good chunk of his HP when he's this low level. Like, I knew the Julia would hit him hard, but I didn't think the Sophia would do that much. Claude, avenge him. Avenge him. Bam. There we go. There's his pref weapon. Yeah, let's just take a quick look at this because sometimes I do reactions to like refines that I'm like super excited for. But Dimitri's, while I was kind of excited for it, it wasn't one that I felt necessary to do a full reaction for because it wasn't affecting someone that I had or was like able to plus 10 right away. But real quick, let's take a look at all this. Unit can counterattack regardless of foe's range, so it's got DC, grants special cooldown charge +1 per foe's attack during combat, so it's got a special acceleration effect. And then within 3 spaces of ally, grants speed def res +5 during combat. Kind of weird it doesn't grant attack as well. I feel like we usually get like a spectrum boost, or they focus in on 2 stats and give a slightly bigger boost. 3 stats is just kind of weird, but it is fine. He has a lot of attack already, and that is giving him def and res, which is good for his tanking, and then speed just helps him prevent doubles. So it's not bad. It's just kind of surprising that they only chose 3 stats for him. And then deals damage equal to 20% of units defense, which I guess that's probably why they didn't feel the need to give him attack on top of it, because he already gets bonus damage based off of his own defense, so they didn't feel the need to give him 5 extra attack. That's probably why. and then reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of units' defense. So a little bit of def-based damage reduction, not as much as something like Close Call or Spurn with the potential 40% damage reduction, but def is also stacked less than speed, so I think that's still very solid. And then he also inflicts def -5 on the foe during combat, which I guess also kind of helps him hit a little harder, which makes up for not having +5 attack. I guess that's more or less the same thing. It just means that he doesn't get extra attack for making things like attack-based checks, so the enemy may still be able to use like Heavy Blade against him. But otherwise, very good. Oh, and then it also neutralizes foes' bonuses to attack defense. So if for whatever reason you wanted to replace Blue Lion's rule, running a lull skill wouldn't really matter there because he already neutralizes those bonuses. But overall, fantastic weapon. Definitely worthwhile. We'll see what else there is here. Ooh, Def Res Ideal 4. Not as good as some of the other A slots, but it's not bad because it does give that defense. It does give that res. Oh, and he also had the Blue Lion's rule and Panic Smoke. Wow, this is a good selection of skills. Blue Lion's rule, if unit's defense is greater than foe's defense, reduces damage from attacks during combat, and AoE specials by difference between stats ×4, max 40. And also if foe initiates combat, unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack. So def-based DR plus QR, pretty nifty. So definitely want that. But again, not as important to grab because it comes with his base kit. So getting more premium skills over these is probably a little more valuable. The Def Res Ideal is kind of tempting, but I think I'd rather have the Moon Gradivus for now because it will make it easier for him to bait units so that he can guarantee get those kills. So we will grab that, even if it is part of his base kit. We'll just grab that right now, and now we don't have to worry about the weapon at all. Yeah, the other units are doing pretty well here. Oh, well, I said that, and then Edelgard just decides to give us the bare minimum. Go, girl, give us nothing. But yeah, they're still holding up pretty well, even without skills. And Dimitri is crushing most things, too. So this really might just become Dimitri hyper carry and just go all in on trying to get him skills. Yeah, Lysithea, well, she outdid Edelgard, but only barely. And now, here comes Dimitri. Alright, Dimitri, show them what a real stat up looks like. There you go. Almost across the board. There you go. That's why you're the king, man. Long live the king. Bridal Sunflower. Oh my goodness. That sounds really cute. Dimitri with the sunflower. By the way, sunflowers are actually my favorite flower. If you if you play Mother 3, you are contractually obligated to get super sentimental about sunflowers. But they were also my high school class flower. And that was before I played Mother 3. Just a very interesting coincidence. But yeah, sunflowers are my favorite flower, so that would be kind of cool. Oh, but we got the godlike reflexes. I'd much rather have that. This is one of the premium specials that we could get for him, the other ones being Vital Astra or Ruptured Sky. I think Ruptured Sky is probably better at base on a normal Dimitri build that just stacks defense, while Vital Astra and Godlike Reflexes are better if you're taking Speed Dimitri, which again is more of a +10 thing. But I think Godlike Reflexes just kind of future-proofs that a little bit more, so I would think I'd like that over Ruptured Sky. And I can get Ruptured Sky off of a random Byleth that we could pull on weekly revivals or with arena tickets or something. So I think Godlike Reflexes is better for now, just as a premium pick. And of course he can also run something like Bonfire or Noontime for more damage or sustain. So he has like common pool options to run as well for pre-+10 Dimitri. So I think this is just the best premium option to get. Maybe Vital Astra would be a little bit better. I'm not sure how they slot in against each other, but definitely a good special to pick up. So that's probably what we'll grab. Yeah, Joint Drive Attack and Blue Lion's Rule are the other options. So Gonna just grab that, and there we go. He's already looking pretty solid. Alright, reignite that torch. The flame is lit, and now soon our Dimitri will be as well. Ugh. That was a terrible joke. Disregard that. Disregard that. I could cut it out of the video, but, you know, I had to suffer the psychic damage I took from that. You guys have to as well. But still, disregard it. Alright, godlike reflexes, go. Kind of an underwhelming animation, honestly, for something that sounds so cool. But, you know. Also, kind of sad it doesn't show the special portrait. Yeah. Oh, wow. There you go. That's our king. That's our king. Max level ups across the board. That's how it's done. Yo, Claude not far behind either. Alright, rally up res. He really likes these rally up skills. I don't think I've ever seen anyone get this many rally up skills. He really does just want to be a good king and inspire his people, I suppose. With that said, not the thing we are looking for. Ooh, attack Death Clash. That's kind of interesting. Not as good for him as a finish skill. I think Clash would be better if he were a cavalry unit like his base version. But it is interesting. Not bad. We got the Blue Lion rule we can take. And then attack Speed Menace. Also not terrible. I think we will take the Blue Lion rule just so that stops popping up. If we get like Speed Death Bulwark, we might take that instead. But Blue Lion rule is still solid. Get in there, Dainsleif. Slap him. I should, though, probably invest in the other characters a little bit, but I don't know, man. Dimitri's doing pretty well for himself. Doing pretty well. Alright, Flowing Lance. I remember when that was like a really good inheritable. It probably still is, but now that you got Arcanes, kind of hard to compete with most of the Arcane weapons. Gale Force, also cool. He really wants that Attack Death Clash. And Speed Death Menace. You know what? I like that more than Attack Death, or Attack Res Menace, but still not the C slot we're hoping for, though. Really hoping to see Attack or maybe Speed Smoke. Attack Smoke would be more generally useful, I think, but still wouldn't be bad to pick up Speed Smoke if there's no attack that pops up. I guess we'll grab Attack Res Oath. It's not especially exciting, but there we go. Full kit at last. Now we just need to improve the skills in that kit. Go forth, Dimitri. Go forth and kill. Throwing him out like this and just watching him destroy everything that moves in to attack him reminds me of my maddening route Blue Lions playthrough, where I pretty much did the same thing. He had Battalion Wrath and Battalion Vantage, and then the Distant Counter Chalice from the DLC. And just most things that attacked him just instantly died. It was very funny. He definitely helped carry that playthrough. Him, Ash, and Byleth were the MVPs. But that was the same as like my original Blue Lions playthrough, so I guess some things just don't change. Another rally up, jeez. Oh wow, yikes. These are some skills, Dimitri. You really want these things? No thanks, you can have a merge. Eventually we'll get to see what it looks like to play plus 10 Dimitri. That'll be fun. So, I tried to use the other units to try and tank and get them some skills so that they would just be able to help support our king here, and they all instantly died to Camilla and Morgan. And nope, it really looks like this might just be Dimitri hypercarry. Oh geez, that Erica almost took him out. You must endure, my king. You cannot fall here. For the glory of the kingdom of Faerghus, for its people and its future, you cannot fall here. It's okay, he's fine. 1 HP is not 0. And even when you're at the brink of despair, you can always claw your way back. With the ferocity and the tenacity of a lion, our King Dimitri will prevail. Let's see, Ninja Yari, cute, but not gonna beat his pref. Attack Res Unity. That's like 3 in a row where he's just got like not helpful skills. Yikes. Oh, and he is already level 40. A little earlier than I realized. I guess I hadn't realized just how many kills I had been funneling to him, but he is all maxed out. And that was our first Infernal chamber, so we actually will get extra skills to pick from. There's Ruptured Sky. Again, probably better for a low investment Dimitri, and still very solid for high investment, but Godlike Reflex is a little more premium, so I think I'd rather stick with that. Let's see, Attack Death Form and Surge Sparrow, Wings of Mercy, Wrath, Def Resget, and Threat and Attack Defense, and Speed Smoke. The wrong Speed Smoke, but yeah, none of these are that helpful. Ruptured Sky would be very exciting, but we already got the Godlike Reflexes, so just another merge. Unfortunate. Alright, Reposition is great, but he already has that. Again with the Attack Def Clash. He really wants that. Dude, we're looking for DR finish. I know you think the Attack Def Clash is really nifty, but that's not what we're looking for. Fatal Smoke's also kind of cool, but not really necessary. Just taking on the merge. Just merge up. Stats, stats, stats. Alright, we have the Vital Astra. I'm not sure which is honestly better between it and Godlike Reflexes. They're similar, but I think Vital Astra does anti-AoE, but I think because Godlike Reflexes is like a defensive special, I've heard that it doesn't get pierced by things like Deadeye and Lethality, so that might be better. They also have different cooldown counts. I think Vital Astra might be slightly more consistent, but I do also have Vital Astra fodder if I really wanted that, so Godlike Reflexes is more premium. I think I want to stick with the... Oh, wait, there's the Speed Def Bulwark. Yeah, this isn't as good as Blue Lion's Rule, but it's a good option to have for like Abyssal battles and stuff in the future. So I think it wouldn't hurt to grab it. So I'm thinking we'll grab that because he already comes with Blue Lion's Rule, so we might as well get extra stuff while we have the chance. And then he's also got Attack Speed Menace, Def Res Oath, Odd Speed Wave. Yeah, we'll grab the Speed Def Bulwark, even if it isn't technically an upgrade. It does diversify him a little bit, so I'm okay with that. And I don't have to think about which is better, Godlike Reflexes or Vital Astra, and I don't want to do that. It hurts my head. Don't make me question my decisions. Finally got a skill for someone besides Dimitri, and Claude is already trying to get his pref. Pretty nifty. He's also got Ruptured Sky, which isn't bad. Attack Speed Unity is fun. Mystic Boost 4, also kind of nice. If you're going for Claude, then you probably do want to pay more attention to the B-slot options, since he doesn't have a pref like Dimitri and Edelgard, and he also doesn't get access to Fallen Star like his legendary version. But I don't think he has a ton of B options, like maybe a Trace skill, Mystic Boost, and I think I saw someone talk about Guard 4. I think those are about it for good B options for him. Unless this doesn't come with Trace, does it? I don't think so. Deep Wounds. Yeah, he doesn't get Trace, it looks like, so that might be good for him, though he does play more of an enemy phase build, I think, with his Brave version, so probably not even necessary. Mystic Boost is probably just really good for him. With that said, I think I want his pref more. And there we go, 40 plus 10. So real quick, let's take a look. This is what his stats would look like if we eventually got him plus 10. 40 speed at base, again, not as impressive nowadays, but still not bad. Could definitely help deny some follow-ups with his weapon, giving him some extra speed and then stacking speed via other sources like, say, Seth's Spear of Assault and Morgan's Father's Tactics Tome. Definitely options for that. And then 45 base defense is very good as well. And that would only get stronger with his various sources of defense stacking. So yeah, definitely wouldn't mind getting him plus 10 eventually. A glimpse into a brighter future has been granted to us. And without realizing it, we actually cleared all 25 chambers. It's been a very long time since I did that all in one day, so that's a bit surprising. However, Dimitri still does need better skills, so we're going to just move back down and clear out Chamber 13 over and over again, trying to force those skills to appear. And it really did end up becoming Dimitri Hypercarry. I joked about it, but it ended up happening because Claude got his pref and nothing else, and then Edelgard and Lysithea ended up with nothing, so King Dimitri carried the run. hopefully he can get some better skills to reward him for the job well done, though. Aether is actually hilariously almost tempting because I keep running out of Aether fodder. Ooh, speed res finish. We are looking for def res finish, but speed res finish isn't terrible. If there was like a speed def finish, that would probably be better. But for now, I think I like it more than the stance skill because I could get the stance skill from some other units, so we'll take speed res finish for now, but it's still not perfect. Joint drive defense does at least fit the defense stacking, and times pulse could work with godlike reflexes to charge that better, but we'll just grab this. There we go. Oh, yo, def res finish. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, +7 def res for being within 3 spaces of an ally, and also potential +5 extra damage and restore 7 HP, so you get some sustain, which makes up for not running something like Aether. Very, very solid. The def especially good for his def stacking, and then the res helps patch up his kind of shaky res there. Very, very good. This was on New Year's Asker, I think. I didn't think this was going to be added into the pool, so I was very surprised when they announced that this was one of the skills that was being added. Very fortunate, perfectly timed for Dimitri. I think maybe speed def finish would be slightly better for him so that he could run that speed tank set while not sacrificing defense. But this is still absolutely fantastic. Very good for him. Definitely going to take that. Yeah, definitely nothing else here even remotely good. So just one more skill that I'm looking for him. Very great. Very solid. Okay, there are just a few days left on this Hall of Forms. I have still not seen any of the smoke skills. I don't think I even saw DR smoke, which I wouldn't want anyway, but I'm a little insulted it hasn't shown up at least. Still looking for attack smoke. Speed smoke wouldn't be bad, but I think I'd still prefer attack smoke. Also, I read some more comments on like Reddit talking about people making their Dimitris, and it seems like more people think that Vital Astra is more consistent than godlike reflexes unless you're running like support, which I probably won't build Dimitri with support in mind. So if we see Vital Astra, I might swap to that. And I have seen it a fair amount. I've gotten a lot of Vital Astra and Ruptured Sky on him. I've seen a lot of people who haven't seen any of the 3 big specials. So I guess that's just how luck works, but I keep seeing Ruptured Skies, keep seeing Vital Astra, but no attack smoke, no speed smoke. That's what I need. Let's see. Sacred Cowl is most certainly not it. Canto Control Chill Attack. Yep, that's a skip. Once again, I'm worried we're running out of torches. Oh, thank goodness. Alright, so we finally got Speed Smoke, which is not as good, I think, as attack smoke for general builds, but it is at least something. I've got a few more chances, so we'll keep looking for attack smoke and maybe to replace godlike reflexes with Vital Astra, but at least we got the speed smoke, which is a nice consolation prize if nothing else pops up. Alright, this is the last chance to get something on Dimitri, so let's hope we find that attack smoke. Vital Astra to swap out for godlike reflexes wouldn't be bad either, but I would much rather have the attack smoke. That'll be a bit more difficult to get. I have Vital Astra fodder on hand already, so that's not a huge deal. And godlike reflexes still isn't bad. I'm not even sure if I would use Vital Astra anyway, but no luck on that, it looks like. And nope, nothing good to end on, sadly. But still not a terrible kit, I think. Alright, the time has come for us to redeem our Forma, get those bonus feathers, and get our King. Again, didn't quite manage to get everything we wanted. Got speed smoke instead of attack smoke. I waffled a little too long on swapping out godlike reflexes for Vital Astra. Probably should have gotten Vital Astra, but it's fine. He still got a lot of premium stuff. We even got the Bulwark skill that he probably won't even use because his B slot is just better. But got it anyway as an option. Got the Def Res finish. So overall, pretty content here. Definitely some premium stuff here. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get him. We even have those blue Forma stars for the Blue Lion King, so it'll work out very nicely. Let's just go ahead and spend our Forma. And here he is, King Dimitri of Faerghus. There's our man. Very excited. Love Dimitri. And yeah, we had so many chances to get stuff for him, but it just didn't work out because, like, look, we got a full kit on him, but still didn't get everything we wanted. And then Claude only got his weapon, and Edelgard and Lysithea didn't get anything. So Dimitri carried pretty much the whole Hall of Forms, and we still didn't get all the skills that we wanted for him. It's a little absurd. You'd think that they want to sell Forma souls, they would make it easier to actually build your units, but no, they don't. Anyway, let's go ahead and just finish up our Dimitri. So here is our Forma Dimitri, and here is our current Dimitri. Yeah, you can see I'm running a fairly basic base kit, just gave him noontime to keep him sustained, and other than that, nothing too crazy. He got his refine, he got reposition, and the rest is just kind of base kit stuff. And he is currently +1 in Light Blessed. But we are going to go ahead and merge into that. I also have these other Dimitris that I've just gotten randomly along the way. We got Combat Manual Dimitri. So I was originally planning to give Attack Def Unity for Male Morgan, so I pulled a Dimitri and saved him for that. And then I got this one randomly later on as well. I don't remember where. But so those are 2 extra Dimitris we can get. But first, let's go ahead and merge our current main Dimitri into our Forma King. Very glad that we don't have to level him again because that's just a hassle. But there we go, and he is now +2, and we will just go ahead and grab these combat manual for +3. And this one for the +4. So just need to pick up 6 more copies eventually, and then our king will be ready to take to the battlefield with the rest of the Angel Army, but that might be a while. Hopefully when like Golden Week rolls around, we get really lucky and get some copies with like tickets or something. But for now, pretty content. So he is now +4, and funny enough, that actually matches him with my base Dimitri. They are both +4, but I think that at this point, it's a little more worthwhile to invest into Brave Dimitri, who will probably hold up a bit better with his very strong refine. And also just being a lance infantry is a little more unique than a cavalry lance. But we're going to go ahead and bump him to this. I'm going to trait fruit him to get plus defense to work with his refine. And maybe if we +10 him, we'll give him the Ascendant Flore for this plus speed as well. But for now, this is fine. And even though we got all these fancy skills for him, I'm going to take some of them off. Reposition, more useful than Rally Up Attack for now, I think. And Godlike Reflexes, probably want Noontime. I may give him Bonfire too. But Godlike Reflexes, I don't think he currently has the speed to really utilize it. Def Res Finish is okay and can stay. The Speed Def Bulwark, we're going to swap back to Blue Lion's Rule. And Speed Smoke, I think, is actually fine to stay right now. It's at least as good as Joint Hone Attack. Like, Joint Hone Attack isn't doing a whole lot. I think I'd rather have Speed Smoke 4. It will at least give him dodge against some slower units, so that's fine. And then we're just going to give him... actually, we just got Speed Def Ideal. That's perfect for him. Maybe. Actually, would it be good for him? For now, I think, at least. Yeah, Speed Smoke gives him plus... speed too, so you know what, that's fine. For now, he can keep Speed Def Ideal. There we go, that looks a little better. And then we just got to give him those traits. So for traits, we're just going to go ahead and make him plus defense. We'll take the Res Flaw, not that it matters, because that'll just be neutralized because he's already merged up. And so we will just get a nice +3 to defense. Very easy, very simple. And there we go, looking very respectable now. Again, a little unfortunate. Didn't get everything exactly as I wanted, but cannot complain. He is looking quite regal and ready to just take down anyone who tries to interfere with us. Think he'll be very helpful for AR in light season, especially because no save tanks allowed, so having an actual tank might be a little more helpful there. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and joining me on this Hall of Forms adventure. Hopefully you guys, if you were interested in getting some of these units, you got the skills that you needed. And yeah, until next time, this is Hoodie Angel Brandon and King Dimitri signing out.